day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds and Things coming to you from the Northeast. Today is my painting fairy day, so I will be working on this for a little bit. If you'd like to join me, I would like that. If you're new here, thank you for dropping by. And if you're returning, I always appreciate that too. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, as I said, I'm going to work on my painting fairy today. This is one of 9 in a series of beautiful tarot card cross stitches, stamped cross stitch from Painting Fairy. So I hope you'll enjoy it. And if you're interested in buying any of the series, this one or any of the other ones that's in the series, you can find a link down below in the description, and I also have a discount code for 5% off. Feel free to use, and you'll enjoy this cross stitch. It is a 300 by what did I say? Hold on 1 minute, let me find out. I don't remember. I have worked on this before, but 300 by 310. So it's a big one. Beautiful print on this. It's serged all the way around, and Painting Fairy is, like top quality. They have very fine Egyptian cotton thread that is really, it's really great. I enjoy working with it. Let's see, they have hoops and frames and stands and all the tools you could need for working on a cross stitch. They are high end, but they do have some budget friendly, shall I say, budget friendly canvases. I've shown some little cute ones that they have sent me, and I've bought a few of them. And let's see, excuse me. I do want to mention, though, Painting Fairy, that I noticed on my stitch count here, that I had to see my number 10. Now it kind of looks purple, and it's purple on the canvas, like right here, but on here it's not. And it may look purple to some people, but to me, it kind of looks like, no, that's number 10. And 103, to me, depending on the lighting, it looks blue, and I guess I should say that backwards. Okay, so this is supposed to be purple, and it looks blue on the page anyway. And it looks blue here, so it was confusing to me. So consequently, I'd just like to say if Painting Fairy could make this a little bit deeper purple, because there's only 2 of these symbols, the blue and the purple. But on the canvas, it's very specific. But it's just, I can't even tell on the legend, actually. When I looked at the legend, it was hard to tell. So maybe if you could darken that or something, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, and it could be, but I just wanted to mention that. So I had started up here with number 561 to find out that I'm going to have to take this all out, because this is supposed to be 103, the blended color. And so I'm going to work on the purple with the 561 that it's supposed to be. So, and this is really, really stiff because I have not obviously worked on it much. I've been working on another Painting Fairy cross stitch that I have from them. It's much smaller. This is a 14 count, if I didn't mention that, and I know I didn't. But this is a 14 count. I like 14 or 11 counts. So let me go ahead and see if I can. I will put a picture of her up in the right corner. Sorry about that. What the heck happened? Sorry. Just trying to get it in frame here. I don't have a stand, and I don't have a stand or a frame. I have a loop, but the Ada cloth is too stiff to put in the loop. And so I'm going to do it freehand here, stitch in hand, if I can get it going here. I started with the loop method, which I like to use if I can, because you use 2 strands on this. So, and I'm using one of their finger protectors. I found that it fits me pretty good. And so I'm just gonna hopefully continue up here. I like to start at the bottom and work my way up. I just like the way the stitching works for me. So if my hands and fingers get in the way, I'm sorry. Have any of you bought this series, bought anything in this series? Because, I mean, they're very pretty. And I'm sure once, if I ever get it done, framing it will, you know, and hanging it up will look really nice. So, I know they being very cross-stitch, they have little frames. I don't know if they have bigger frames. I'll have to look into that. Because they have small, you know, mini stitches, shall I call them? I heard somebody call them mini stitches. Sorry for the camera jiggling. You know, if you've watched me before, I'm notorious for my jiggling camera because it's on my table. But I have a mini stitch that they sent they being Painting Fairy, when they sent my kit, they put a frame in there, and it will fit the canvas really well. The kit. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll show you. I've got a box of my Painting Fairy stitches here. Where's my frame? There it is. Here's the mini frame. Sorry for the ring light, but it'll fit in one of the little ones. And it has a stand on the back. That's pretty cool. I appreciate them sending that because I know I'm going to use it. So, and I have their hoop here too, which I really like. But like I said, the canvas is too stiff. What the heck? I don't know what happened to it. Oh, it's downstairs in my other stuff. Sorry about that, but they have this nice hoop that I like to use. So you and they have this. It's like it's aluminum, I want to say, and it's got a silicone ring that you put the hoop in. That works well. So what are y'all up to today? I made another video, and this is my second one for the day. This will be, you'll see this on Wednesday, because like I said, Wednesday is my Painting Fairy one of my Painting Fairy cross-stitch days. I like to do 2 a week, so if you're interested, I'll be working on something different on Sunday. So you can join me then if you're interested. And oh heck, my thread came out. Hold on 1 minute. What the heck did I do with my needle threader? All right, I'll put you on, there it is. When you get an order from Painting Fairy, they send a toolkit full of nice goodies. The quality is really worth it. You know, I mean, they are, like I said, they're, what the heck? They are a top-end company, meaning the kits are on the more expensive side, but like I said, the quality is definitely worth it, because you don't want to, some of the budget-friendly ones, sometimes the canvas ink bleeds to the back, or the symbols are not very clear, and it can be really frustrating. And some of the companies don't even serge all the way around. So, and you know, that's important so it doesn't unravel. But so check them out if you want. So, yeah, I really wish I could get a stand in one of their frames, but unfortunately at this time in my budget I can't afford one. So and I just mainly stitch downstairs anyway, so I bend the snot out of my canvases to loosen them up, soften them up, because they're really starched. Obviously that's why they're so stiff. But it's all right. I enjoy stitching no matter, what condition this is in. Oops, my thread's gonna come out again. This Egyptian cotton that they have does not fray, although it does come out of the needle quite a bit. Of course, I'm presuming it depends on the size of the needle and how many strands you have in the eye. So how many strands you're working with. Let me get back to where I was. And I probably pull it too hard too, and that just pulls the end out towards the end eventually. So yeah, I'm working on a stitch downstairs that's actually I got it from Painting Fairy, but it's the Econo, it's one of their ecology whatever flosses. And I've seen this on budget-friendly ones where the floss frays and it breaks. So that did not make me happy. But this does not. This Egyptian cotton does not break or fray like that. And that's important. Saves, the quality. You don't want your stitch to fall apart, after you've worked on it so hard and so long. You don't want it to be hanging up and all of a sudden see a hole because it frayed over time or worn out over time. I don't know that thread does that, but I know obviously wear and tear of normal thread does that, but not that you're wearing this, but just age-related stuff. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rambling, but that's what happens. Sometimes your brain doesn't think or thinks faster than your mouth. So I treated myself yesterday and went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast. And I hadn't eaten there in quite a while. It's right up the road. It takes me 5 minutes to get there. And it's really, I love their hash brown casserole. But I was just tired of just having, I usually just eat eggs and like potatoes or something for breakfast. And I get really sick of eggs with cheese, I should say, because I'm a cheese person. But I just got tired of fixing my own breakfast, So I ran up to Cracker Barrel. Well, I didn't run, but I drove up to Cracker Barrel. And of course, I got eggs, but, I didn't have to cook them. So I don't know about you, but I think when somebody else cooks food, it tastes better. So I had eggs and French toast and bacon and sausage and hash brown casserole. And it was pretty good. Although the sausage, I got Grandma's Special or something like that it's called. And it has, you get a 2 pieces of French toast, slice of bacon. You get your choice of ham, cured or, no, sugar cured or, what's the other one? I don't know. But the sugar one is not as salty as the other one. So I got the sugar cured. And the sausage is, it's a smoked sausage. And I really didn't care for it. So I'll know next time. I like their bacon. I love bacon. And I don't eat it like I used to because it's bad for your cholesterol. And it's real salty, so I have to watch those two more than going in my mouth. My mom used to eat bacon like every stinking day, and she had atherosclerosis, which now it's hardening of the arteries, so her cholesterol was probably really high. And she worked at a hospital. I don't even know if she ever even went and had blood work done. And back then, they didn't think about those health-related issues like they do now. There's always a debate on whether you're having high cholesterol is bad, and because your brain needs, a certain amount of cholesterol for, stuff like that. And I know your brain needs carbs to a certain extent also. But, so yeah, they go back and forth about the numbers on cholesterol. So mine was on the higher side, and I didn't want to take cholesterol medicine because statins are, it's a muscle wasting drug. When you take it for years, well, not even that, because when I started taking it, I felt the effect of muscle weakness in my arms already. And I've only been taking it for a few months, but need to keep an eye on that. So my son tells me all the time, not all the time, but he tells me about the controversy with high cholesterol. And I'll put you on hold for a second. Sorry for the hand right in front of your face there. Yeah, I haven't had speaking of medicine, I didn't have any. I ran out of my allergy medicine last night, so my allergies are bugging me today. So what are you watching on TV? I found a new program on Prime. I think it's a short series, but, well, it's only on season 1. I don't know how far they're going to be able to go with it, because it's called Departure. There's only a couple actors that I'm familiar with in it, and sorry, there goes my hand again. My thread was wrapped around the corner. I can't remember his name. He played, anyway, one of the characters I'm familiar with. What the heck did he play in? That's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to put you on pause again. Alrighty. So I looked it up. Departure has 3 seasons. It started in 2019. And this actor that I'm familiar with, I can't even remember his name now. His name is Shahzad Latif. He played in Star Trek Discovery as Ash. And he's a good actor. I like him. So when I saw he was in this this program, I thought, well, yeah, I'll watch and see. And I saw him in another program, another movie, I should say, and I can't even remember the name of that. But yeah, if you like Star Trek, and you've watched Discovery, you'll recognize him. So, he's a handsome man. There's supposed to be, oh yeah, Jeepers. This is regarding Star Trek. I'm having a brain fart. I want to say Brave New World, and that's not it. The new series, what the heck was it? Well, it's not new. The third season's out. All right, well, I'm just going right across here. I'm not gonna go all the way down and waste my thread. So, are you a Trekkie? I love all the Star Trek. I've watched them all. Which one is your favorite? Because I grew up with the originals. I'm dating myself, but that's okay. Because most of the people that watch me are older anyway. Old enough to know about the original Star Treks. So, and if you're not, I don't want to offend you that you're old, because you're not, obviously. But, so, excuse me. Well, it's a nice sunny day here, but the temperature's like, I think in the 60s, maybe low 70s. Excuse me, I need a drink. And my caffeine-free Coke. And let's see, my thread almost came out again. This floss is very, very slick. Oh yeah, there's, I didn't tell you how many colors are on here. There are, come on, 129 colors, and there are, let's see, only 56 single strands, and the rest are blended strands. So, like I said, it's a big one. So next week, or maybe Sunday, yeah, Sunday I'll work on my other big Painting Fairy cross stitch. I haven't started that one yet, so I will start that. And we'll just go from there. I'd like to keep working on these outside of, just my videos. My problem is I have several whips going. And it's funny, I don't mind having, like, I've got probably 5 whips, cross-stitch whips going. Sorry about that. I don't mind that, but when it comes to diamond painting, I don't know, for some reason I get stressed out if I have too many whips going at the same time. So, like, I have 2 big ones now that I'm working on, And I've got a third one that's been sitting there since probably last Christmas, but I'm not working on that because it's a Christmas one, and I don't know, I guess I just like to do Christmas ones at Christmas time, except that I worked on my July, I did Christmas in July. So I got several finished there. But I can handle like multiple whips of cross stitch. So I don't know why, but maybe because, who knows, maybe it just has to do with because I have large diamond paintings and they're sitting here next to me on my other table. I don't know, who knows why. Do you have a problem with how many whips you have, or do you limit yourself to how many whips you have? I'm gonna have to take that out over there, which the pain in the butt. At least I've got a stitch, what you call it, a stitch remover. So I'll do that. That'll be fun. Here I thought I was getting ahead, and I got quite a little bit done there too. Oh well. It's alright, I've got the rest of the day. I have to work tomorrow, 7:45 to 1, so that's no big deal. But here in Connecticut, it's tax-free week, so hopefully it won't be too bad where I work, so we'll see. It's alright. The store opening was crazy. I think I can survive this, so can only take care of one person at a time. So let me know in the comments what you're working on, if you would. If you are familiar with Painting Fairy. They're called Painting Fairy, but their website is fairycrossstitch.com. So, and I know they have products, on different websites too, but this is their main website. But I just wanted to drop by today and do a little stitching and show you my little progress on this and talk about Painting Fairy. I am an affiliate, as I said. There's a link down below. If you're interested, please feel free to use it. Don't feel like you have to, but it'll save you 5%, and 5% is 5%. So, and I do make a small commission on it, which I do thank you and appreciate. And any commission I make will go back into my channel here. I'll get some more stitches and show them to you. So I appreciate that. So I'm just going to finish this up here, and I'll call it for the day. If you're still here, I appreciate you staying. find the hole, I'll get there. There we go. I'm really looking forward to working on this and finishing, I can't talk today. Finishing it one day soon, hopefully. Maybe by next year. We'll see. Obviously, it depends on how much I work on it. So, maybe before then I'll be able to get a stand to put this on. That would be nice. But, alright, well, after this stitch I'm going to end, and I appreciate you joining me, and please come back for another stitch along. Like I said, on Wednesdays I do painting fairy stitches, so join me for that. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a better day tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.